What is going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Garrett with Game by the Beach. We are attempting to trophy push a little bit more. I still want to get to 6,000 trophies. I don't know how attainable it is, but we are running a variant of my OG deck, but instead of Vampire, we have in Dryad. I've been loving the Dryad card, and it's been working pretty well. So hopefully we can showcase this deck a little bit and get some W's and see what we can do. We're going up against Papan, who is basically just a spam engineer deck, but he's also got he's also got the chemist as well as the freeze whiz in there. The cold wizard, I think, is what it's actually called. So pretty interesting. Let's see what we can do. We got tribunal, so we're gonna have to make sure our board is not super full and try to combine some people out. Might as well just do that now because I'm gonna have to combine them sooner rather than later anyway. But here we go. So he's got the summoner in there as well as Harley Quinn, and then his 3 damage cards. I do respect that a little bit more. I feel like the decks that run only 1 damage unit and then like 3 or 4 unique ability units that just switch everybody around, it's really tough, especially with the play like a boss like Bedlam. It's really tough, but this dude is running a better strategy, I would say, with Cold Wizard as well as Chemist to couple with Engineer, because then, you know, he still has Summoner and Harley Quinn to switch everybody around pretty well. That's probably a really good combo. I know you guys say Summoner and Mime's a great combo, but I'm sure Harley Quinn's even better, because it's just a better card, obviously. So I like that strategy. He's able to switch everybody around. He's already got high-level engineers. They're not touching yet, so that's our only saving grace, but hopefully we'll be okay. We got 15 seconds. I'm going to combine my Boruses and then fill the map, as I always do, and hopefully we'll be in a pretty good spot going forward. I do like this deck because you don't have to get anybody next to each other. Running engineers or Hex, I was doing that for a little while. You know, you have to actually get people next to each other. I don't want to bother with that. I don't want to feel like I need the Portal Master. I don't like that card. I know you don't need him, even if those decks want you to switch everybody around or get something next to each other, but it makes me feel like I need it, and I don't. So here we go. We got through it. Our board looks pretty good. We got a nice little variation of different stuff, and we got Gorgon coming up next. So let us level up Boris next, because I feel like we don't level him up quick enough in most games, and hopefully we'll have a better combination of cards with our Chemist, Plague Doctor, Boris, and Bombardier than he does with just Engineers, Chemist, and Freeze Whiz. So we'll see what we can do. We'll do the Chemist right now. I'm going to do Bombardier next, and then we're going to keep on filling the board because we do have Gorgon, so we're going to have to fill the board anyway. And we can see what we can do. But this deck is right in my, you know, right where I'm comfortable. I really do like it. You don't really need the Vampire per se. I mean, I definitely don't think this is the best deck in the world, but I think you could use it for trophy pushing if you have the Dryad, of course. Basically just because, you know, in the early stages when you have Vampire, it helps a lot. But late in the game, you know, you want to be able to level up the cards that you have rather than just guess what you want. Like, you don't necessarily want, let's say, like a rank 4 Vampire late in the game, when you should be able to just get a rank 4 Boris late in the game when you have Dryad. So that's my thought process. We're going to level up Boris. We're going to level up the Bombardier. We got 20 seconds, so I really should have filled my board just a little bit better. But let's see how much time we have to fill the board, and then we should be okay. We've only got a few spots to fill, and it doesn't even really matter what you get at this point to fill the board. You just want them to be there so that the rocks can hit different things rather than all of your Borises. But so far so good. We probably have double the Borises to any other card, which is kind of the ratio you want. We've only got 2 spots that aren't filled, so I like that. We only have a Chemist at level 2. Clearly he took him out much quicker, but hopefully in the future, since he does, well, he does have slow, I was going to say, because he's not going to be able to slow anybody down because he doesn't have Bombardier, we'll be in better shape, but he has Freeze Whiz, so it's not going to matter. So now we have Tribunal coming up, so we have to start combining everybody. But if you look, almost none of our units are at rank 1. They're almost all at rank 2 or 3. And that's primarily because of Dryad. That's what Dryad does. It's such a useful card for Tribunal. You just level people up so effortlessly. So I'm going to take this wave to just try and level people up rather than merging everybody. And then we'll go from there. Well, the only ones we're going to merge right before Tribunal hits, or right after before Tribunal hits, is going to be the 2 Borises on my left here. But other than that, we're just going to level everybody up here. So he's starting to have a little bit of a hard time. The Cold Wizard, man, it's like low-key OP, because it can save your ass late in game. I can be winning the entire game, just like more damage than him the whole game, and at the very end, I just can't kill the boss, and he can't kill the boss, and because he's slowing everybody down, they get through, and they kill me, and he wins. So hopefully that's not the case. I'm going to do my Chemist right now. I'm not going to really be able to fill my board because I wasted all my mana, but that's going to be okay. We got another Chemist right there, which is not really what you need. But probably his board, or his monsters were getting pretty far on his board because he wasn't filling his board. But actually, he's still having a tough time. So let's get our Boris right there. And hopefully he can actually take a hit right there. Oh, he's got a rank 3 Harley Quinn, but he doesn't have any rank 3 engineers, so it doesn't do him any good. But it looks like our boy Papan is going to take a hit. Please. Okay, he did take a hit. So that's really good. And we got the Gorgon coming up in a minute. So let's just try and fill our board and hold out till then, because just because he took a hit definitely doesn't mean that he's out for the count. We want to make sure that we can put him down, put him out of his misery as quick as possible, and then move forward. So far so good. This is kind of what I'm talking about. So we still have more damage output than he does, probably a lot more damage, but since he's slowing everybody down, we're not winning by that much. So hopefully we can hold on for another 30 seconds, and then the boss will just kill him. If the monsters get really far on his board, we'll have a much better shot, obviously. But here we go. See, that boss is kind of creeping around. We're starting to lose a little bit of traction here. This is what I hate to see when we're playing against somebody with the Cold Wizards. Or, you know, Freeze, whatever, Frost, the legendary, whatever. We got 1 second. So, we're going to have to lose by a boss. Or, like, he's going to have to lose by a boss. Hopefully we just both take a hit. That would be great. I've noticed that if you're playing somebody like the Cold Wizard, when Gorgon takes away your Cold Wizard, I think Cold still stays, which is kind of weird, because he's gotten 1 frozen. I'd show you if he got the second one frozen. You'll notice that around the Gorgon, the ice is still there. Wow, he just rage quit. He hit me with a good game and then rage quit. Come on, Papan. It's not that big a deal. He's probably, if I had to guess, he's probably right around 6,000 and having a hard time. But guys, everyone's having a hard time at 6,000. I haven't hit it. I think I've won when I hit the 59-20 and got those legendary chests. I think I've won 1 game further than that. Oh, he's at 54-51. It's gonna be okay, Papan. It's gonna be okay. But that is a victory to start off this video. So that's great. We're really close to that challenge here. But you can see, we got a victory chest. I'm gonna watch this. Why not? And I'll catch you guys in 2 seconds. And we are back. Opened up the chest. Got absolutely nothing. We never do. I'm just such a free-to-play player at heart. I know I paid for this game for a little bit, but I have to take every opportunity to open almost every chest, watch all the ads. I'm trying to do everything I can to just grind to make sure I'm in my best possible spot to win. Okay, interesting. So let's look at this guy's deck. He's running Boris Hex. Uh-oh, we're having Wi-Fi bars. Boris Hex with Dryad, Priestess, and Vampire. So, as you guys know, I've played Boris Hex a decent amount in the last few days, and well, we're having a lot of lag right now, and I haven't really been able to get it to work. I definitely won some games where it felt really good, and then other games it definitely didn't feel really good. So I'm interested to see how this guy plays it, and maybe I didn't run this exact deck that he's running right now. So I'm interested to see if his deck feels wildly overpowered and just beats me into the ground, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe that's what I need is a little inspiration from a guy just beating me really badly with his deck, and that sounds kind of weird. And then I'll steal it and I'll use it. But to be perfectly honest, I hope he doesn't beat me, obviously. I hope we still take the victory, and I feel good about the deck that I am using, and we can go from there. But here we go, we've got a nice little combination of everything. Yeah, Vampire Priestess, interesting, and then Dryad. So he must use the Dryad primarily in the beginning to make sure that the Priestesses are the same level, and then level them all up, and then, well, not level up the Priestesses, but combine them out, so then you get a bunch of mana, and then at some point he has a bunch of hexes, a bunch of Boruses, and then you can just have them all in one spot and kill them. The biggest problem I had basically with Boros Hex is that bosses are really tough to take out. So looking at his deck, he doesn't have anything to kill bosses. He has a million Boruses that'll probably be a really high level, yeah, but he doesn't have anything specifically to kill bosses. So he's going to go ham each wave, and then the bosses, I think he's going to have a little bit of a hard time. That's the reason that I have Bombardier and Chemist in my deck, is strictly for bosses. Bombardier in waves is like useful, but not super useful. But against bosses, it's very useful. So let's see here. Let's do. I guess I'll just level up a Boros, because I know he's gonna have a million high-level Boruses, and we can kind of combine everybody out to get high-ranked other cards. So I'm gonna do Boros right now. He's already got his Boros to rank 4, or level 4, I should say. Let's do our Chemist over here. I'll level him up, and then we'll do our Bombardier, and I'm actually gonna level up my Plague Doctor as well. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The Hex. The only thing the Hex does is instant kills during the waves, right? So it's super useful in that. Love that card. But when it goes against a boss, it literally sits there and does nothing. It does literally nothing. Except maybe unless you're going against the Tamer and it can take out its little minions. But other than that, it's just Boros. He only has Boros taking him out. So if his board is like a third hexes, then, you know, he needs 2/3 of Boroses to take out every boss. I mean, I don't know if that ratio makes a whole lot of sense. But here we go. We got Gorgon in 25 seconds. I like what my board looks like right now, so I'm just going to level everybody up. That's going to help me with bosses. We've got Bombardier and Chemist and Boros at level 4. I'm going to get my Boros to level 5 as soon as I can, and then I'm going to start leveling up the Plague Doctor, because during the waves, it's going to be really useful. So we'll see what we can do. So they're starting to get a little bit further on his board. He's got some nice high-level Boroses there for sure. He's got another level 3 right there, rank 3 right there. So let's see what we can do. We took the Gorgon out extremely quickly. So we got our Boros to max, and we got our Plague Doctor to level 3. So again, I still like our board. I'll probably combine out a couple of rank 1 Boroses. I'll definitely combine out rank 1 Boroses now, because Tribunal's coming up. But now we can just level up our Boros there. We got a nice rank 2 there. And why don't we do Bombardier and then go out there. Nice. Combine out this way. We got another Plague Doctor. And now we only have one Chemist that's not max. So let's just hold on for right there. And we've got 50 seconds until Tribunal hits. So let's just make sure we level everybody up. We'll do our Chemist. I'm going to level up my Bombardier as well. Again, this is primarily for the boss, right? And now I'm going to wait. So we have a little over 30 seconds to build up mana, so that when Tribunal hits, if Tribunal hits, which it almost always does, I can never kill it right before it actually goes off, then we can just fill our board and take it in stride. Fill our board, level people up, combine people out that aren't Boroses or high-ranking other cards, and then we should be fine. So 18, 17 seconds. I feel pretty good. I still feel like the boss is where we're going to win. I don't think we're going to be able to take the waves out quicker than him. But we are winning right now. We've got 2,700 mana, so that's always fun. let's see what happens. So we did freeze him. We're killing him pretty quick. I still don't think we're going to take him out before he hits. There's the hit. Fill the board there. Combine chemists, combine plague doctors. We got another chemist there, which is good. Try to fill the board. Ooh, it looks like he's going to take a hit, which is fantastic. And now I'm going to level up my plague doctor right when I can. And we got another tribunal coming, so we have to combine out our rank 1 units. But yeah, his board still looks just fine, like absolutely fine. So we got to make sure we're in a good spot. I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to do Bombardier right now. Fill the board again. We got another one, that's nice. So now I'm going to do my Boris. Uh-oh, waiting for second player. Fill the board. We're sitting at about the same spot, really. Everything we have is... Oh, no, we're not. Never mind. I was going to say we're at the same spot, but he's actually starting to have a hard time. But you see the Hex going ham. The Hex is literally only useful when it's going ham like that. Because right now, every time there's a little lull where it's not killing a monster, the Hex is doing nothing, right? So, like, if, for example, if you have the Plague Doctor in there instead of the Hex, no matter what the Plague Doctor is doing, it's always inflicting some sort of damage because that smoke or that plague, whatever, is always on the board. Does that make sense? So we did take him out. I guess I'll combine Bombardiers right there. He's gonna hit. I guess I could do... I'm gonna do Bombardier right there. But he's got 1,000,000 to try to take out. Tribunal finally hit. Trying to spam the board. It's lagging. We got another Plague Doctor there. I don't think we're going to take him out, but I don't think he's going to take him out either. So that puts us in a really good spot. Boom. He's at a 60% win rate with that deck, though. So maybe I do have to check it out. But I can't get past the idea of not knowing how I'm supposed to take out bosses. That's his main problem. We were actually still killing the waves faster than him, too. But the bosses are going to be his real problem with the Hex. So we actually did get a chest right here, so let's open up this chest. We got a vampire. I don't even know. I haven't used vampire in a little while now. Let's see if we can level him up. He is 1 away from leveling him up. But let's jump into one more battle, and hopefully we can finish this out on a victory. And I think that, we're going against Boris Hex again, except this one has the Inquisitor. But if we win this game, I think we're going to be back over 5,900. So that would be really nice. I definitely want to get over 6,000. I don't think you get really like a different chest or anything. But it's a pretty cool feat. I didn't really think. I think in the beginning of this season, I said that my goal was to get over 5,000. So we're now right on the doorstep of 6,000, which is just a little wild, but cool. And I'm not mad. So we got the Tamer coming up in a minute 30. You can see just exactly how I start. I just combine everybody out that's basically not Boruses, just so I can have a bunch of Boruses on the map. I'm going to level up, my Bombardier, my Chemist. I don't level up the Plague Doctor until after the first boss because I'm not worried about crowd control right now, and I am worried about killing the boss as fast as possible. I mean, I guess I should say I'm not really worried about the boss either, at least not in the beginning, but still. Okay, his name is Gibbler. Going against Gibbler, and he's already got 4 Inquisitors on the board, so that's terrifying. But hopefully we'll be okay. I'm gonna just kind of fill the board right now. I definitely could combine out some Chemists, but at the moment I'm just gonna keep just see what we get. We're gonna see what we get. I'm gonna combine out a Plague Doctor if I get a chance. Obviously I only have the one. I could combine my Dryad to get a second one, but like I said, I don't really need the Plague Doctor that early on. Again, I can combine out the Bombardiers right now. I'm just gonna have my board nice and full, just to have everybody kind of chipping in with everything that's going on. Now we have another Bombardier. I am gonna combine those Bombardiers. We got another rank 2 Bombardier. I'm gonna level up my Boris, and then I'm also going to level up my Chemist if we get a chance. It's going to be close. Boom, Chemist. So now we have level 3 Boris and Chemist, and a level 2 Bombardier. So we should have no problem with this boss. And you know what? I'm actually going to merge the Dryad with the Plague Doctor just to get it to level 2, and then I'm going to level up the Plague Doctor because now it can start taking out some AoE during the wave, which should be good. So the only thing this guy doesn't have is AoE, except for when the Inquisitors are all when he has that certain number of Inquisitors. So he's definitely pretty set up right now. I'm going to level or merge that so we get a nice rank 3 Boris. I don't think there's a better feeling in the world than just taking the Dryad at a high rank and merging it with a Boris and getting a nice high rank Boris. I mean, it's just so sick. The card's so sick, guys. Like, if you don't have Dryad, like, the game is just so much harder. I'm no longer merging and praying, guys. That was my saying, right? Merge and pray. I don't have to do that anymore. I can just, like, combine out people and then merge them with a Dryad, and you get a rank million Dryad and you're all set. So definitely loving the card. I would love to have the Summoner in there. If I run like a spam deck, which right now I'm not running any spam decks really, I would run Summoner, maybe have the Mime in there, maybe have also Dryad. It would be pretty fun, but I think this is my best bet for a deck right now. So I'm going to sit with this deck for a little while and try to get to 6,000 trophies, and then we can have some fun. But we'll see. We'll see if we can even get there. It's such a tall ask. But here we go. He's already got he's got everybody to max except his Bombardier. I didn't even notice he had Bombardiers. So this deck that this guy's running is really solid. That's for sure. But let's see. We got Gorgon coming up in 12 seconds, and let's see if we can take this guy out and move forward. Maybe the only problem I might see with this guy's deck is that he could potentially have trouble getting the right amount of Inquisitors on the map just because he doesn't have a ton of combining cards. So maybe he just tries to keep them at 4 for the most part. And he just tries to keep them at 4 for the most part and then use everybody else to deal damage also. You know, maybe that is his strategy. I don't know. I can't ask him. But it's a good strategy. I mean, Boris Hex, awesome combo. Vampire, great card. Bombardier, terrific card. I don't know why he's not leveling him up. And then Inquisitor, maybe the best card in the game. Granted that you have something that you can actually get the right amount of cards on the board. But here we go. So far, so good. We're just combining people out. I guess I'm going to do... Let's do Bombardier to rank 3 right there. I could have pretty much done anyone, and it would have been okay. But our board looks pretty nice. I'm just going to level everybody up now. First one, Boris, of course. And then I guess we'll do... Because we have a rank 3 Bombardier, we're going to do Bombardier next, get him to max. And then I don't even know. Actually, I do know. We're going to do the Chemist after that because it's going to be near when the boss is coming in. And then I'm just going to merge out my rank 1 units after the Tamer as long as we do kill him. So. This video better be coming to an end pretty soon because I am out of coffee. So hopefully we can hold on for another 15 seconds. He's now winning, which is upsetting, but he's got a million Borises, Hexes, and Inquisitors. So definitely a really tough deck to play. I was saying the only thing that would save us would basically be that he can get the right amount of Inquisitors. He's had 4 Inquisitors on the board the whole time, and I bet you he doesn't look to get 9. You don't really need 9. He's got Boris Hex on the board as well. So why would you need 9? 4 will do the trick and get that AoE in there. So definitely a good strategy. Yeah, we're going to take this guy out, I think, so we should be okay. I'm going to combine out my Borises, my rank 1 Borises when I get a chance. Level up my Plague Doctor here, merge my, there we go. And let's get a rank 3 Plague Doctor because that's going to be like our only saving grace that we have better AoE than him. Let's merge out our Plague Doctor. There we go, another Boris. That was nice. And let's also get our Chemist to rank 3. And now we've got everybody max, and we've got pretty much everything we want. We got a rank 3 everything that isn't a Boris. And then a million Borises at a pretty high level. So I'm very happy with how our board looks. And this is the most fun part, is you just fill your board, combine out the low rank units, and your board just looks better and better pretty much. So if I combine any of my units, basically, I'm going to get something that I can use. But we're still losing. Hopefully we can hold on for another 15 seconds while we're losing. So his Hex is going ham. But like the Inquisitor is one of the only cards that I think you can pretty much play as good as you can, and it's not going to matter. Like there's almost nothing on this board that I would change. Literally nothing on this board. But we're still losing. So I don't really know what we could do. So he's going to take his guy out, no problem. This is already sad, guys. We got a 2 million Gorgon. Now it's down to 1 million, but I don't think I've ever killed a 2 million boss. even with all the Boruses that I have on the map, which I think we have as good a chance as any with this board to kill the 2 million, and we're not going to be close. We haven't. Oh well, we just broke the million, but we need our Bombardier to go ham. Our Bombardier hasn't frozen him like at all. But I'd be interested to see where this guy is at in trophies, because we just took a hit there. 100% we're going to lose this game. There's nothing we can do. He actually only has 3 Inquisitors now. I don't know what happened. He's trying to dig for another Inquisitor. There it is. So now we're going to lose. But that's pretty much how it goes, guys, right? So there's nothing I can do. I guess I can combine out a couple of units to see if I can dig for something that's going to help us. We got another Chemist. But none of this is going to be helpful, realistically. So we got another Dryad there. And now we're basically just spamming, hoping that something is going to happen, but nothing's going to happen. So I probably just ruined my board right there, but there's literally nothing you can do. So we got 20 seconds till Gorgon. We are not going to be able to hold on until then. But Inquisitor, best card in the game, basically. Boris Hex with Inquisitor. Yeah, it works. Wow, this guy's only at 5169. Maybe he just got Inquisitor, and that's why he's so low. But he is at a 60% win rate. So if you guys have Inquisitor and you don't know what deck to play because you don't have Harley Quinn or Dryad, check this guy's deck out, because I didn't have a prayer in the world. I love the deck that I'm running. You guys have all said that you like this deck, and you've pushed up at pretty high in trophies. That deck just kicked my ass. So check it out. But that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will check you guys out in tomorrow's video.